have a feeling.
Morning, Christopher.
It's a feeling I'm concealing. I don't know why.
Morning, Blocker. Good morning, Trenton. Good morning, Denise.
Incidental, sentimental alibi.
Good morning, Angela.
I adore you so strong. This can't be love.
Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, L. William. Good morning, Russ. Good morning, Eden.
No sorrows, no sighs. This can't be love. I get no dizzy spells.
Gonna have to do. Good morning, Ricky.
Is not in the skies.
Good morning, Gary.
My heart does not stand still.
Oh, we're getting another cameo.
Hi, Ricky.
Say hello to everybody, not just to Ricky. Everybody. Say hello to everybody. Hello, Jennifer. Good morning, Desmond. Good morning. I said good morning, Russ. Good morning, Paul.
No sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. This can be love because
Good morning, Elijah.
I get no dizzy spells. My head is not in
Good morning, Jules. How are you?
skies. My heart does not stand still. Just to
Good morning, Kenny.
This is too sweet.
Good morning, Tina.
This can be love because I feel so well. Yet I long to look. Yes, I long to look.
Good morning. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Deb. How are you? Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Okay, that's enough of that. Hope you're all doing... Hold on. You know I got to turn it down. Do that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all doing well. Then we turn it back up. Then we turn it on mute. So we're ready for the next thing. Good morning. TGIF. It is Friday. It's TGIF. It is Friday, May 29th in the year of our Lord 2020. Good morning, Mother. Good morning, Martha. Good morning, Kenya. Good morning, Kay. If I miss anyone, Paula, good morning. Jussel, Chi-Chi, Layla, good morning. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, Instagram. I hope you're all doing well. I started off with some music that T. Oliver Reed singing on WTOR all the TOW time. Good morning, Doris. That was a little bit of This Can't Be Love going into How Do You Keep the Music Playing from my CD, Do I Love You. Good morning, Damone. Good morning, Billy. But I wanted to start with something that was a little easy, nothing too peppy, and then it started, and you hear music. Listen, music can change your life, you all. Music can take you from a mood that has you down to putting you to a place that has you with a little excitement, a little breath in you, so that you aren't walking around with your head down. Good morning, Marvin. I have to tell you all, I've been working on this interview series, interviewing Broadway celeb types who are, and people names but I put it in a human touch to them, because I think so many times you think of Broadway celebrities and they're up on this pedestal. You want autographs from them, so it makes them extra special. But I want you to see that they're normal people. They're surviving and trying to survive this pandemic. They're teaching their kids. They're trying to figure out where money's coming from for them. They're trying to hold on to their faith. They're doing all these things, and they're also telling great stories and being good sports and spending some time with me. So I look forward to you seeing these. And just, the Tony nominees and Tony winners that are part of just the first part of this series. And there's so many more interviews that I have to set up. But the likes of Ken Page and Shirley Ralph and Gavin Lee and Kelly O'Hara and Eden Espinoza and Eva Noblezada and Michael Mayer and Jerry Mitchell and Kathleen Marshall, and the list goes on. So I cannot wait for you all to see this. We'll be starting them fairly soon. Just know that. And the generosity of people is something that we have to hold on to in these times. And this is a time for us to be creating, just so you know that. I know that plenty of people want to have a moment and sit and pause. Good morning, Justin. Good morning, Troy. And a pause is okay. But when you get an idea, Bill, I think I said good morning. Good morning. This is the time that you can be working on those things. To let your creativity grow. And whether it is you writing a play or you starting a movement, so that this is the time that you are allowing change to happen. We have to do more than just witness. We have to get out there and be a part of the change, so that we know that the change is going in the direction of goodness. We could sit here and scream and all. I mean, I know you all are following what's going on in Minnesota after the death of George Floyd, and so many people. Good morning, Ariana. Are they're tired, and they're saying they're tired, and they're letting us know that they're tired. And being tired is okay, but while you are tired, you have got to stand up and continue to move. You cannot lay down in that and wallow in that tiredness. You get that tired, and you let that tiredness put a fire under you to make some change. And you see what's going on. I've forgotten that the death of Philando Castro was only about 4 years ago, and in that same city. Remember, he was a man who was sitting in his car, seatbelt on. He had a license to carry a gun, and they shot him in front of his girlfriend and their child. This city has seen a lot. So when you see the fires of the police station in that city, you know that they've seen a lot, and they are tired and they are angry. And I mean physically and emotionally angry. You see that. When you see them protesting in the streets, you know that they are tired and angry. And that is okay. When you see people looting, that is not about George Floyd. That's just my opinion. Looting, that is an opportunity to do something for yourself and be selfish in a moment that others are trying to be selfless. Good morning, Melissa. Do something. I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying to think. There's not. I mean, this is taking over. I did just see something. A friend just posted that Pfizer, the head of Pfizer Pharmaceuticals, says that there could be a vaccine ready by October. So if you are praying people, go ahead and pray. If you are good wishing people, go ahead and good wish. Good morning, Eric Jordan. Let us hope that is the case, because if that is the case, then the way that we can get back to a new good morning, Tracy. And I know that sentence makes no sense. And oxymoronical, to get back to a new, but get from this place into a new place. Because we're not, again, it's like, as the dearly departed Maren Maisie said, we can never go back to before. Good morning, Doug. Good morning, Erica. We can't. So whatever this new place we're going into, if we can get started, if there is a vaccine that in October, and we can get started then, and figure out to hold on to washing our hands, and maybe holding on to wearing masks for a little while. Whatever it's going to be, that would be such good news to everyone, I do believe, across this globe. If we can hold on to fewer flights so that the earth can continue to breathe. Everett Bradley, good morning, sir. If we can continue to drive less and pollute less so that the planet can breathe, so that she can allow us to continue to breathe, that would be a great thing. One more thing, and then we'll get to the birthdays. This is a short one today, because good morning, Ashley. One, because it is humid in New York. I got to turn the ceiling fan on. It's about to burn up in this place. It's so hot, and I have to do 2 interviews a day. And this light right here, this ring light, puts off so much more heat. So it's not that I have on a beautiful moisturizer this morning. It's just the glisten from the heat. Okay, so you all remember we talked about this in Missouri, Lake of the Ozarks, and that pot of people soup that they called a swimming pool, that people were all sitting in and drinking, and some of them had on masks, most of them didn't. Well, there's this man who was there. Good morning, Frank Carlos. Good morning, Joelle. There was a guy who was there, who was in it, having himself a time. Good morning, Leah. And then his boss found out he was there, and his boss said, okay, so you need to go home and quarantine yourself for 14 days, no pay. And he's like, well, and it was like, you got to get a test or something. And he doesn't have any symptoms, so he can't get the test in Missouri. And his doctor was like, I'm not giving you a doctor's note. That's on you for going to that pool party. He's like, well, if I had known this, I wouldn't have gone to the party. People were telling you this before you went to the party. They were telling you all over the country, sir, ma'am, sir, that you should not have gone, that you should not be out and acting like that just yet. Good morning, Terry. But you did it anyway. So now you sit at home without any money coming in, and you can't get unemployment insurance because you're not unemployed. You just sitting at home because you did something you weren't supposed to do. And your boss slapped you on the hand and said, nope, you're not coming in here making people sick. Because that's what's going on. All those other people that were in that pool soup, going to work, going and doing all kinds of things, and just spreading it around all over the people, all over the place. all over the place. If you don't have to be out doing stuff, just stay home. Do what's best. Loving kindness should be overflowing. How about that? Listen, thank you. Good morning, Jessica. You sometimes, y'all, it was pool soup. You know what I'm talking about. Just bunch of people, and you also know that a lot of people go to the pool. It's why, here's the thing, and it's also why there was a rule when you went to public pools that you need to shower before you get in the pool. You know, that you remember that used to be a rule, and you have to think that there was some reason that rule was put into place, because nasty people were going up into the pools with infections and all kinds of stuff and getting other people sick. How many people you think in the Lake of the Ozarks in that pool soup took a shower before they went up into that pool? Any guess? I'm gonna go right here, about 0. Alan, good morning. I love you, sir. Hope you guys are doing well. It is out of control, and I have to say to you, make sure that you are doing what's right. Washing your hands, showering before you get into a pool. Even if it's your own pool, I know you want to get and say, it's water, it's going to rinse me off. It's going to put whatever you had up on you into the pool with the other people. All right. Good morning, Jay. How are you? All right. That's enough of that. We will. So just so you know, so next week there will be a different location. Tomorrow morning we are relocating out to Fire Island to the beach for probably the next 3 weeks or so. Because one, it's like if you're going somewhere, you need to be there at least 2 weeks, 14 days to make sure you aren't blah blah blah. So our friends Tim and Greg, our dear friends who own the place, they have been upstate. The 4 of us are going to huddle out there at their house. So we'll have, with the pool and ocean breezes and be able and space to walk on the beach without people 6 feet away and all of that. So we'll have a different location when we do this next week. Good morning, Mark. I'll say hi for you. Good morning, Veronica. Now let's get to the birthdays. You know it's that time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Micah Peterson, Todd Thurston, William Clark Jr., Joshua Lance Dixon, Rod Langander, Mike Murray, Paul Warrentek, Karen Thornton, Dr. Karen, Matthew Ing, Michael Mulheron, Julie Rayburn, Mark Dendy, Michael Balderrama, and birthdays yesterday, Michael Hartung, James Patterson, Cecil Harville, Stephen Carter Hicks, Rob Rowland, Janine Truesdale, and Paul Kane. And to all of you, happy birthday to you. Yeah. Now it's time to open up the hymn books, see what God has done. Open up those hymn books so you can run. Oh, open up the hymn books. That was the tenor rendition, which was a little high for this morning. Anyway, if you all will open up your hymn books. Good morning, Patty. Good morning, Kanita. Let me get the angels out here and ready for us. Thank you, angels. Thank you, angels. If you all, that's a little loud though. If you all will open up your hymn books to Romans chapter 5, verses 3 and 4. Good morning, Alicia. Did I miss anyone? If I missed you, blame it on my brain and not blame it on my eyes and not my heart, because my eyes didn't see you as you scrolled up and down. Anyway, if you'll open up your hymn books to Romans chapter 5, verses 3 and 4. Romans chapter 5, 3, 4. Not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, and character, hope. Good morning, Rod. How are you? We missed you too, but we'll see you on Tuesday. Good morning, Frank. How are you? Good morning, Reagan. How are you? Romans chapter 5, verses 3 and 4. Not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, and character, hope. light went out. That's all right. You can still see me. The natural question that we want answered when we face hardship is why God did this happen? God's word answers that question with a what response. What is the result of these difficult circumstances? Romans tells us that difficulty grows our character, that ultimately solidifies our hope in Jesus. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of his word. Good morning, Nephi. How are you? You all, everything that we're going through produces character, which means we're gonna get through this because we're going to make changes. We're going to be able to look at ourselves. You're gonna go, good morning, sister. Go and look at yourself in the mirror in the bathroom, and that full-length mirror in your bedroom, in your hallway, wherever it may be, and look at yourself and say, what is it about me that can change and that I can better when we get on the other side of this? I've been sitting back on my soapbox. I've been saying all these little things, tweeting here, there, blah, 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 but I haven't actually stepped up to work for the campaign. I haven't actually stepped up and signed something so that I can make a difference. I actually have not actually stepped up to put my name on the roll so that I can say, I'm going to make the change. If that is you in any way, this is your time to check your character, because your character, that change is going to offer hope to someone else. Hope to your children, hope to these young black men who are already being told at 5, 6, 7, and 8 years old what they're going to have to do. Make sure that you're carrying your book on bird watching and your cell phone so you can tape something in case somebody tries to do something to you. As soon as a police officer comes up, make sure you put your hands up. If they stop you in your car, stop listening to rap and turn to the classical station so that they don't say anything or feel harmful or feel like they're going to be threatened by you. Whatever that is, we can change that. We can offer hope to those young kids. Good morning, Carlos. That's all I got for you today. I love you all. Thank you, angels. Y'all are so lovely. That's all I needed. All right, I'm gonna let you all go because it's time to let you go, and I gotta go check on a cake that I'm baking up in this hot place for one of our neighbors. Anyway, I love you all. You know I do. Those who will join me for church on Sunday, we will have church at 11 a.m. on Sunday. I love you too, Aaron. And thank you, Jennifer. And next week, as you know, as we're in this, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 10 a.m., 10 a.m., 10 a.m. And I hope we have something inspiring. I hope that Saturday, the space shuttle, when SpaceX, they lift off and they get into the ether without harm, so that we can talk about how wonderful that is. And we're going to do what we do. We're going to continue. We're going to be tired, but we're going to press on. We're going to be tired, but we're going to stand up and be seen. We're going to be counted. We're going to make the change in our character that will offer hope to somebody else. And that's all I got to say on this Friday. Bye, Facebook.